Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of the Masochist series. Credit to Cimo and Horus and Meta for inventing the series. But first, would you like to make your Master Duel experience a whole lot better?
Are you ready to take your Yugioh Master Duel Play experience to a new level? The Untapped GG Companion is here for you. Use the deck tracker to know exactly what cards you have in your deck, and to go over any cards you aren't familiar with yet by hovering over them. It instantly updates when you draw a card, and automatically hides if you check your extra deck or graveyard. This is the perfect tool to help you master a new deck. The Untapped GG Companion also lets you import decks directly into the game in seconds. Copy any YDK or YDKE deck string, create a new deck in-game, click the Start Auto Import button, and let us take the wheel. Once the duel is over, check your win rate on your personal stats page. Brag among your friends and share your decks so they can import them into the game too. Start your path to master today by downloading the Untapped GG Companion at ygom.untapped.gg.
Alright guys, we are back with another episode here. This hand is pretty solid, honestly. Kashtira Ogre, Vanquish Soul. Unfortunately, they're playing Sword Soul, which is a tough matchup for anybody. It's also a tough matchup for us. So we'll see what they end on, but it's probably going to be Barone with Moyi into Shishao. So it's going to be Shishao, Barone, probably with the trap card face down if I had to guess. We've all seen this 8,000 times by now, so there's nothing really that we're going to see that's going to be out of the ordinary here. This is a pretty regular platinum setup. I guess the only question mark is whether they're going to end on Barone or the other card, the fake Barone. Now the issue for us is that their base attacks are really high, and that can be an issue for us because it's very tough to get over a monster that's 28 and then higher than that. Yeah, 28, 3,000. I mean, it's hard to get over, especially Kashtira Ogre is good, but like has trouble getting over bigger monsters. All right, so they are going to end on a Barone, unsurprisingly. So they're going to burn us for 12, and on a Barone, Shishao and face. Okay, exactly what we expected. Now we don't know if we're going to be able. That's pretty good. That is pretty good in terms of getting over this right here. That's pretty solid, honestly. That is pretty solid. We can definitely get over Barone. I don't know if I have enough monsters to get over both. I probably do. But then I have no follow-up, which is annoying. And I can't really do both. I can't make... I can make... Yeah, I can't really do both. I can't make Time Thief and Kashtira Ogre. I guess I could make Time Thief first and then banish him and summon Kashtira Ogre later. So I guess I can do that. I'll do that now. Summon Photon Thrasher. And then I'll special summon the... Or I'll normal summon the Pantera. And then I'll make Time Thief here. Also, I can actually, it doesn't really help, but I can technically make Suship, and then I could just cut this attack, and then pop that. I can do that. And Forbidden Droplets. So I guess I can break his board at the very least, because I can just activate Droplets, negate both of these monsters if I wanted to. So let's see what we do here. Yeah, that'll help me get over both of these, but then I have no follow-up except for Necro Valley and Kashtira Ogre anyway. But I think it's our best bet, so we're going to go Suship. So we're going to go Suship. And now we go enter battle phase, and we're going to attack the Baron de Fleur. See if our opponent has any response of any kind. They don't. Battle step. I guess I'll wait until the damage step to do something. Yeah, I'll damage step. And we'll damage step Forbidden Droplets. And now we can send Kashtira Ogre. I think we send Kashtira Ogre. And then we just leave these two for follow-up, and they can't respond with a Baron. And confirm. Cancel, yes, no. No, we're good here. So we'll Forbidden Drop. Let's cut this attack. And since this effect activates in damage step to pop, he won't be able to negate the activation. So we'll be able to wreck this monster, and there's nothing you can do about it. Because again, it's in damage step. So we'll be able to pop that, pop the Barone, and main phase 2. We end on Suship plus Necro Valley plus Forbidden Chalice, which there's probably a better way I could have worked around that, but I think this is fine. This allowed me to out both of them and give up minimal cards, so that's actually nice. Necro Valley is okay in this matchup. It's okay, but we'll see what we get to accomplish here. They're going to go the Sword Soul route. I mean, I'm sorry, the Tenyi route. It's going to special summon. And they're going to make a Link monster. Yeah, so I would say, you know, it's debatable whether I made the right decision there or not, but I'd like to think that I made the right decision. Necro Valley is quite good against... the Tenyi aspect of this. This card is actually annoying the Strategist, because he could just special summon a token, and just go into a level 10 automatically, and there's not much I can do about that. This deck has a very good follow-up. Again, I don't think there's anything like... Ogre would not have been better in this situation. Time Thief, like... Even if I made Time Thief, I wouldn't have been able to pop the Shishao, and I would have had to deal with that right now. So, we'll see how much we can accomplish. Or are they going to link synchro those two away? Or link, I don't even know. I guess I have to synchro because they have the token on the field. The Xiangxing monster. And the burn us for another 12, okay. I can actually negate this if I wanted to. So they're going to destroy that and that. Target one Yangxing. Honestly, I kind of want to just negate this. Yeah, I kind of want to just negate this card. Because it is preventing them from doing a lot. And I think that is probably... I can't target it for some reason. Your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. Of course not. Of course not. Random targeting protection on a card. Yeah, that sucks for us. So I guess we lose that. We lose our interruption. And we pretty much lose the duel. That's unfortunate. I mean, we'll see how much it comes up later. I mean, I guess I would have negated this. Bataya. Yeah, they're going to bounce our monster. This duel's over. There's nothing we can do now. This is over. Unfortunate. Can't be targeted. I'll never make that mistake again. Alright, we just won the coin flip. Our hand is looking pretty solid, actually. We have access to both of these cards. So I think we activate Panthera first. Because then we can special summon. Hopefully they don't have Maxi. They have Maxi. And now I don't even know what to do. Like the most awesome card ever. We all love it. We summon that, they draw, and now we just set 2 pass because we can't afford to do anything else. Because if we do that, we just lose. That card is just... I question every day why it's in the game. I really do. It's like it's just this is the most unfair aspect of all of this. It's... I don't know what deck they're playing. We can reveal an Earth to make this non-destroy by monster. I'll just save it for later. I don't think they're actually playing Speedroids because they never are. They're just playing a rank 3 engine that does something else. I'm going to go with Bamboozling Gossip Shadow, okay. I'm going to go the field spell. Add a Horus card. I guess I'll wait for him to activate it, then I'll do it. Yep, now I'll respond with Cosmic Cyclone to banish this. This dude's a monster effect. Negate, if I remember correctly. Target one monster. So we'll banish the King Sarcophagus field spell thing. Walls of Imperial Tomb. We'll banish that, but they have another one. They have another one. And they're going to go to end phase. Good. Good enough for me. Now, what does suck is that I was trying to play around the Max C there. That is pretty good in this matchup. That is about as good as things get in this matchup. For sure. That is pretty good. So, we're going to normal summon Goblinberg. There's no effect applicable for it. I think we just go for Time Thief. I think we just go for Time Thief, honestly. And we summon him out. Summon him in extra monster zone, not that it matters. We'll go Defissure here. And again, not that it really matters. I think I'm just going to activate this effect. My opponent negates it, they negate it. I don't really care. I'm just trying to get to Ogre. If they negate this effect, they negate it. I don't really care. I'm just trying to get him off the board so I can summon Ogre and then attack with Ogre over this Bamboozling Gossip Shadow. But Dimensional Fissure is a really good card in this matchup, because if they're using this deck, it doesn't matter who I detach, but if they're using the Horus package, it's just really good. So now we special summon him out. And when a monster declares an attack, you can detach 2 materials. Deactivate it becomes both players draw 1 card. Do I want my opponent to draw? I mean, I get to draw. I guess we both get to draw. I'll attack. Do I want my opponent to draw? I can draw another Floodgate, and that'll help. So I probably do want us both to draw. So I'll activate the effect. If he activates it, yeah, it's fine. We both get to draw. Hopefully they don't draw like a Harpy's Feather Duster or something, but the hope is that I'll draw something useful. Tin Goldfish. Okay, so maybe I shouldn't have let him draw. There we go. We destroyed that. Now we just go to end phase, and we are sitting pretty well on what we have. So we have Time Thief plus Ogre plus Forbidden Droplets, Dimension Fissure, Tin Goldfish in the follow-up. Like, we don't have the worst situation set up ever. We have, I would argue, a pretty decent setup here, so long as they don't draw Harpy's Feather Duster or one of the other. Well, they could draw Lightning Storm, actually. I would please draw Lightning Storm. You have a continuous card. You have a face-up card on the field, so please draw Lightning Storm. We'll activate Time Thief Redoer, and we'll grab a monster, so it's a Gamma. Gamma's good. They're going to activate that to add a Horus card. That's fine. And they're going to add Majesty. Majesty, I think, has to send from hand. Yeah, so I don't think you can really... Yeah, you can send 2 cards. You can't send monsters to the graveyard if you have Dimensional Fissure. So Majesty's actually dead in hand right now. Defissure's been a crazy card for us. Like, it's good against every deck in the metagame right now, which is phenomenal because it's such a great card. And there we go, our opponent scoops. Yeah, it's such a phenomenal card. And this is like our main setup here. It's these two and that. It's been carrying a lot of our wins. I wish that we'd pull more copies of these cards, but we haven't thus far. And they are pretty low rarity, 3 legacy tickets. All right, out of curiosity, this is what our opponent was playing. They were playing a rank 3 deck with the Adventure Engine and Horus Engine, which this does not look that on. Again, we're still in this phase. It's early enough in the month where we're playing against non-stop meta. This is a pretty well optimized, well thought out deck. This is not like the usual idiotic deck that we play against, where it's like that time we played against a deck that was 42 cards and it had Grass Looks Greener. Like that was foolish. But this deck is good enough to get out of Platinum without a doubt. This is good enough to probably get out of Diamond, if I'm being honest with you. This is a pretty well optimized deck. Okay, let's open up a Master Pack. We don't have a lot of time to spare. We gotta make things happen here. Let's grab something good out of this. This is upgrading for us. It's like the game's listening to me. Okay, I'll take it. Let's see what it is. We need something wonderful, something cool. Let's see. This is when it destroys a host target Cyberse graveyard special summon. It's not that terrible. Beta Evolution Pill. Okay. I mean, this is a dinosaur card. We do have some dinosaur support. I don't know if that's great for us, but okay. We have that card. It's a Magical Musketeer card. Gishki, I'm still traumatized from last time. Chivalry is a counter trap. During the battle phase, when an opponent's monster activates an effect, negate it, destroy that card. This is good against, like, flip effect monsters and stuff, but I wouldn't say in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! It's too great. Morphtronic, we got to pull one every episode. I mean, I guess. They just kind of come out of nowhere. Morphtronic Cord. Equipped to... Okay, so I can't really do anything. And then the World Tree is a plant card. But I don't have a lot of plants whatsoever. So let's see what's under here. It is Triamid Sphinx. So Triamids is kind of a funny deck. It's a deck that I actually personally like, and this is their boss monster. You usually play him at 1 or 2, and he's quite good if you have everything, but we don't. And if I remember correctly, it is a pretty low rarity deck other than him. Like, everything else is pretty low rarity. Yeah, everything else is pretty low rarity except this card. It is a very high rarity card, but as you can see, it's all rares, 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 and rares. All low rarity. And if I'm being honest with you, this deck, mixed with a couple of Adamancipators, which we do have a couple of Adamancipators, is a pretty fine strategy. Like, it's a pretty good, consistent strategy. Not great, but it's a solid, like, C tier deck, and a C tier deck probably gets us out of platinum, or where are we at? Yeah, probably gets us out of platinum, but I don't think we have enough, ironically, I don't think we have enough low rarity cards to actually play this. We need all the field spells, which we don't have a bunch of copies of, but we need at least different field spells because they all have something different that they do. We also don't have like terraforming and stuff like that. Trimid loading. I don't know if we can actually run this, but again, it's a pretty low rarity strategy except for this singular card, and we happen to pull the one card that is high rarity. So as time goes on, it's possible we actually have enough to build this deck and play it. I don't know though. Okay, so this is the Trimid cards that we do have. So I just checked just for, you know, research purposes. We've got one Sphinx, which, okay, that's fine. He's kind of like the boss monster. We've got a Master. This pops spell and trap cards by sending a Trimid card, but you usually send the field spells and then they have effects. We have Hunter, which is a double normal summon of a rock. This card's pretty good. We have 2 of that. We have one Trimid Fortress, which is probably the least good out of all of the field spells, but they're all the same rarity, so it doesn't really matter. And then we've got the Trimid Pulse, which you usually don't play unless you're playing a very pure version. So overall, we have a decent amount of these cards. If we pull more of them, you know, a few more rocks, I think we can actually get something going. Maybe like a rock pile deck. We have other good rock stuff too, because we have fossil stuff. And we have some of the fossil spell trap cards. Might as well type in fossil, see what we have. And we also have that dude that if he's sent from deck gets to use. Look at this card. We have 5 copies of this card. Miracle Rupture. This card's pretty good. Send a level 4 lower monster from deck to graveyard, Fossil Fusion to graveyard, draw a card. We do actually have Fossil Fusion. Again, like, it's... This rock pile deck actually is starting to look maybe reasonable. To be honest with you, we have the Specimen. 2 copies of that card's not so great. Miracle Rupture's pretty good. This is not a real fossil card, but I mean, it's okay. Fossil Fusion we do have. We have Flint Cragger. We have Shell Knight. We have Fossil Convoy. Fossil Machine Convoy, which is kind of like one of the okay ones. But there's other ones that are low rarity. This one makes 3 attacks per battle phase on monsters. That's not bad, right? But his attack is a little low for that many attacks. But that's not bad for our rock pile. And then we've got... What else is in the rock stuff? The card that you sent, let me just go to rock. This might actually work. This might work. If we put them all together, we might have a half decent rock pile going on here, which I never thought I'd say. Let's go to rocks and just type that in, see what we've got. So we have, okay, Rock Spear. He's pretty good. I'm probably not going to be using the double morphing jar ultra rares. I'm probably not going to use that, but we have this dude, which is pretty good. The Shining Peacephilia. He's pretty good. So we have 3 of that. I didn't even know. I thought we had less than 3 of that, but we have 3 of that. Then we have, I guess this is a rock Geonator Transverse. It doesn't lock us into it. This is one of the better rocks. Giant Steel Ogre. It's a level rank 3. It's pretty decent. This negates field spells, if I remember correctly. It's pretty good. This is actually a good card. Revival Golem, because we can send it off that Specimen card and then special summon it for free. So that's pretty cool. And then we have random stuff. We have like Primal Congrade and... Oh, this is pretty good. Rock Band Xeno Guitar is a pretty good rock card. Mega Rock Dragon is another rock support. Like, this is actually looking like it might happen. Adamancipator Analyzer. Like, this is honestly not even that bad. It really isn't. Like, we might actually have... We have some decent rock stuff. Oh, we have the Adamancipator Crystal. So if we hit that off the top of the other one, we get the special summon. Also, this can summon... The problem is we actually need more of these guys. What rarity are these? That's another great question. Let's go to related cards. What rarity are these guys? Rare, common, 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 super rare, super rare. For some reason, the researcher, the girl's not here. I think she's a super rare. I don't know why she's not here in this. She's as related to this guy as any card in the game is. She's not here. I don't know why she's not here. But yeah, she should be here. But regardless, she's also another. She's probably one of the higher rated cards. But yeah, I think we actually have some decent rock stuff. You got to keep an eye on this. If we keep pulling it, this might be a possibility. All right. Unfortunately, we just lost a coin flip because this hand is quite good. I would have loved to go first because we have Dimension Fissure and Fiendish Chain. Our opponent is starting with Pot of Extravagance, which we never want to see because that is a scary card to play against. It's obviously, you don't know what direction you're... Okay, never mind. I'll take it. I'll take it. Astral Utopia. Okay, so unfortunately we have two cards that need an XC monster on the field to do anything. Kind of sucks for us, but I guess we go. We could activate this, but then they'll chain Maxi immediately. We don't have any special summons right now anyway, so I would actually prefer that they activate the Maxi. I would please activate it because I don't have anything right now. I'd probably want to shuffle away something right now because, again, we don't have anything. So target one Majesty monster. Yeah, we want to do this. Let's see what we can get here. We'll see if our opponent negates, Maxis, or whatever they need to do. Summon this, or not summon this, whatever. Attach this, activate this. Grab another one. We might actually have to end on just this dude, just the Endymion. So we'll pop, draw, a little late, dude. A little late. Shuffle back Roachka, I guess. Yeah, Roachka. I want to actually shuffle back. Technically, Raider's Wing is the least useful card here. Because this guy next turn can do things for us. Actually, Roachka's technically speaking the least useful card here. We should go to battle phase, play around the... I don't want to activate stuff yet. We go to battle phase now. And then we just end on a D-Fissure and a Fiendish Chain. Not terrible, but not great either. But next turn we do have multiple follow-up. Like we have essentially the ability to summon 2 XE monsters next turn. Because we have Photon Thrasher. If this dies, we have Photon Thrasher as a special, normal, and then double special summon. So this guy is already dug 2 cards deep, like into his deep. Essentially, Pot of Greed didn't just pass, and now he's prosperitying, and he's going to pass, maybe, hopefully. So he's going to activate Prosperity. We'll see what he gets. What kind of deck? Kaiser Coliseum, Dimension Fissure, Infernoble, Stone Hedge, Evenly Matched, Mirror Force. Oof. Hope he doesn't take Evenly Matched. Okay, he's going to take Kaiser Coliseum. Kaiser Coliseum isn't too bad considering the fact that we have a Fiendish Chain. He's going to activate Kaiser Coliseum. That's a pretty good card. I still don't know what our opponent's playing. I'm like in like disbelief. At least now we know we're not getting Lightning Stormed. And we're not getting Evenly Matched now either. So that's good. 2 things right there are good. He seems to have some kind of a Floodgate deck, which I'm fine with because our deck plays around Floodgates pretty well. Now, the thing that sucks is that he did this dumb shit. So he activated this, so I can't summon anything. So we'll activate, and we'll attach a Majesty monster. This is going to be a slow duel, from what I can tell. Just in case it's an Ash Blossom, I'm going to attack first, because then I can get over his monster, and once his monster's gone, I can actually attack. I can actually summon additional monsters. It is an Ash Blossom. Wow, I predicted that amazingly. I predicted that absolutely amazingly. But now we can actually normal summon, special summon, whatever we need to. Hopefully that's not a crazy card. So we'll activate this now to destroy. And then we will have a pretty decent hand. I'm probably going to put back Photon Thrasher. No, no, no. Bro, who the hell would have seen that shit coming? At a moment like this. Damn. That sucks. I didn't see that shit coming. I didn't. I don't think any of us did, though. That came out of the blue. Oh, that's disgusting. Okay, let's... Set and pass. Wow, I did not see that coming. That is actually quite shocking. That was like... Gamma. Noobs, not noobs, but like people... this guy's not a noob. He's probably been playing long enough to know what's going on. But like, people who just kind of like are creative and make their own decks are just some of the most shocking people. Because they will just draw into stuff that you've never imagined. You know, it's like insane to me. It really is. No, it is. Like, that was just such a weird revelation of a card. It really was. Like, I just did not see that coming. We'll make Time Thief. Summon that out in attack mode. And next turn, we've got some cool plays. But actually, we'll summon Astral Utopia now. Summon that. Yep. Summon that right here. And we can activate that effect. We'll discard threat. Oof. Damn, I can't... I just realized I can't send... Because it sends. I didn't realize it didn't discard. It sends. So I guess we'll get rid of... I guess we'll get rid of Retrograde. I'd rather... In this matchup, though, I'd rather keep the Retrograde. I kind of want to get rid of the Fiendish Chain, too, because it doesn't seem to be doing much in this. But I don't know what his end goal is. He might have, like, some one monster attacks everything. I guess I'll get rid of the Retrograde for now. Should get rid of Retrograde, right? Fiendish Chain, Retrograde. I don't even know if Dimension Fisher is doing a damn thing in this matchup. I legitimately don't know if this is such a weird matchup. I think Fiendish Chain is probably the right decision. So I'll get rid of that. Because technically I'm adding a monster in the gate anyway as a counter trap. So I guess it might actually be better. So we'll go to battle phase. We'll attack directly. We'll see what our opponent has, which is nothing. Okay, this is one of the oddest decks I've ever seen. I don't even know what. I just honestly think that this is probably good to keep around. So now we'll just go to end phase. And I probably shouldn't have summoned this in the main monster, in the extra monster zone. But it's fine. It's fine. We'll figure it out. Standby phase. Let's activate this. We have double protection. Monster and spell and trap. I got a Mac. I have no idea. This guy plays Floodgates and Staples. I don't know what the... And then one Renaud. What was he doing there? It was like a cameo. It was like an Easter egg. That was the only normal card we saw. End phase. Okay. Okay. I mean, I guess maybe it's an Ash. At least on this guy. Ferret Flames. Our life points are actually... Our life points are higher than his. So we'll get something off the top. It's a spell. I kind of want to use this now. Yeah, I kind of want to use this now to draw into a level 4, and then maybe we can speed this whole process up. Because we do have the counter trap for whatever that is anyway, so I'm not too afraid of it. We'll draw as a crackdown. Can't do anything with that. So we'll just attack his monster. It is the Courageous Dude. Okay. I feel comfortable right now, so I'll just set this. Just in case if I want to steal something, I can use it for XE material. Or... if it's a 2 and if it's an Ash, I steal it for Link material. So we'll take something off the top of his deck. And it's a monster again. It's a Jizukir. Oof, thank God. Alright, my opponent's going to set another card. What an odd situation we're in. I have no idea. Judgment, or warning, I should say. I really cannot afford to get Kaiju'd because I have so many things relying on this Time Thief Redoer right now. We'll activate again. I just realized I can't even summon if I wanted to. I have to destroy this monster first. And we'll draw. Lightning Storm always arrives to the party when it's unneeded. Maxi, okay. We just need literally any monster here. We need any monster. Like literally any monster. Just level 4, not Photon Thrasher. Like any monster that's not Photon Thrasher. Activate the Redoer again. We'll grab... Okay, so now I know what they're playing. They're playing... Finally, it's unveiled. They're playing Mekanko. End phase, okay. This is... I've never seen a Mekanko player suffering as much as they are. Okay, finally we can play. We have to wait till main phase 2 to actually play, but we will play. So, get a trap card, cool. And now we can trap our opponent under their own cards over and over and over again. So, we'll go battle phase here. And we'll attack over this monster. and it's a Renaud. Cool, whatever. It gets banished. Main phase 2. We'll actually activate the effective Time Thief Redoer so they draw the Kaiser Coliseum again. This is what I want them to draw, so we'll detach. And that's it, just that. And this will go back to the top. Does this have a graveyard effect? Equip it to a target, add to your hand. Okay, whatever. Let's normal summon. And we will special summon something here. What would be best? Probably it's Suship or Malevolent Sin. I probably say Suship so we can start popping things, doing some damage. I'll go with him. We'll go right here. And I know what my opponent's going to draw next turn, so that's at least good. Now I think we just go to end phase. And, okay, they scoop. Alright, fair enough. I'll take it. Damn, I'll definitely take... That was a very, very... I don't even know what our opponent was doing. They just, like, bricked really badly and couldn't accomplish anything. One legacy ticket. Okay, so here's what our opponent was playing. They were indeed playing Mekanko with very few Mekankos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 main deck Mekankos. 45 card deck. Bricked like crazy. Couldn't draw anything. 14 card deck. This is just a very, very poorly optimized, very poorly built deck. That's why our opponent was suffering the way that they were. They just played a very, very badly built deck, and they were punished for it, I guess. They drew both pots, though. That's kind of crazy. Alright, let's see. What do we got in here? What do we have in here? Right, we have so many different directions that we're going in. There's so many different cards that we could do. We'll see. Woof! That is amazing. That is an amazing draw. That's amazing. I probably goes in the deck right away. I don't even have to read that. Gold Gadget's another amazing card. We don't have a lot of machines, but that's amazing. Primal, that's not even a bad card either. You can set this card from your hand. You spawn trap cards during the end phase. If this card's in your graveyard because it was destroyed by an opponent's card effect, Harpy's Featherduster. While it was set, you can special summon this card, then we'll add one monster from your graveyard to your hand. Like, this isn't a bad card, but the second I put it in, we are never getting Harpy's Featherduster again. Which might be a good thing. Therion Duke is a Psychic. It works with Psychic Monster. Special summon this card from your hand. We did have a little Psychic deck going on a while ago. While this card is equipped to a Therion monster, cannot be destroyed by card effects. This card's not even bad. Honestly, it's not even bad. Target a Therion monster or a Psychic monster. It's not bad. Like, we have 4 not bad cards, like, all pretty good. This card's not bad either. This card's not bad either. Wow, okay. This is just very archetypal, so it's not good. Cradle Combat is probably the worst card out of that. This is a good pack. This is a good pack. Like, in terms of rares and commons, this really isn't bad stuff. We do have some decent resonators, too. I don't remember which ones we have, but we have some of the ultra rares and the super rares. But we don't have a lot of the dragons that are needed. But, like, dude, this was actually legitimately not a bad pack. Like, there's a lot of starters for a lot of different areas to go into. But Torrential is actually one of our better pulls in a long time. Alright, so here's our deck. I think I am going to play Torrential for sure. I kind of want to get rid of Lightning Storm. Lightning Storm has just not been coming up at all. Like, I swear to you, I think we've dueled 50 duels. And I've resolved this like once. I legitimately have. And I was playing as Labyrinth, and they ended up just comboing anyway because they don't really care about Lightning Storm anyway. But it's somehow, some way, Lightning Storm has just been unusable in our deck. And it really shouldn't, because like we go second, we have an empty board, we should be able to use it, but we just never draw it. So maybe, you know, it's bad numbers, but we'll get rid of that temporarily. We'll save it. Also, we draw this sometimes later in the duel. We have so many continuous cards. Like this and this, and some of these trap cards, the floodgates, for example, like this and this and this and this, like they're continuous cards, so they just sit on the field. Also, our monsters, and if we have any one of those active on the field, we just can't use the card anyway. So that's been an issue that we've run into. So I'm going to temporarily replace it. We'll see how it goes. This card is pretty good going second too, because even going second, you just set it pass, set 5 pass, and then your opponent does stuff and you just flip this. So it can actually work even going second. I'm excited to see this. And it works technically with Time Thief, because we just banish Time Thief, then activate this. Or we can activate this, then banish Time Thief. Chain Link 2, and then he's off the field and our monsters don't get destroyed. Alright, so we just won the coin flip actually. Our hand is... we hope we get Max Seed. We really do. We have triple tactics talents. We hope we get Max Seed. Our opponent did have some sort of delay there. We're going to go ahead and special summon Kashtir Ogre first. And we'll see if our opponent immediately regrets. No, they don't. So We'll summon that out, and we'll just set, pass. Unfortunately, 2 of our cards are unusable. But it happens, nothing you can do. Triple Tactics is a weird card where it's like, we get hand trapped a lot, but we just never seem to get hand trapped when we have it, and when we get hand trapped, we don't have it. So it's like, it's been weird. We could probably replace this with Call By. Probably be better off for that. So they're playing Salamander. It's more than likely. I'm gonna wait on the Torrential Tribute. I'm gonna wait on the Forbidden Droplets because they could just link this until link 1 anyway. So how did I know they're playing this deck? So we're gonna activate our end board is very lackluster. Activate this. Once this resolves, I'll feel comfortable using the effective Torrential. A lot of them actually play Salamander to fire at once. So I'm gonna go ahead and banish that. So once that's banished, I can feel comfortable enough activating Torrential Tribute if my opponent's board starts getting out of hand. Now the issue is that's annoying is that Balinks protect Salamander cards. So actually Torrential Tribute is kind of useless in this matchup because I'm going to destroy my cards, but their cards are not going to be destroyed. That is annoying. Forbidden Droplets is good because at least it can stop certain things, but I don't know, man. This is going to be a rough one because we have having 2 dead cards in our opening hand was a problem. Triple Tactics, like again, it seems like a great card because we get hand trapped so much, but then when we actually play it, we don't get hand trapped. And this is another card that is kind of on the chopping block because I could just replace this with like any trap card that we used to play, and it would be better off for that. It really would. Yeah, like literally any old trap card that we used to play would have been better in this situation. Like if we had like that trap card that lets you banish 2 of your opponent's monsters, the Ledger Book, that would have been like right now that would have been so much better than Triple Tactics Talents. It would have been infinitely better, unless we get hand trapped, in which case it's worth. Our opponent's gonna summon Spinny. I kind of should have Torrential there. Probably. So I'm going to Torrential on this Mirage Stalio before Balinks gets into the graveyard because then Balinks can protect. Right now Balinks can't protect. So I'll activate this. This has an effect to return a monster on the field, but we'll activate this now. Because if I wait any longer, then I won't be able to because Balinks will just banish to protect. And yep, that's it. So his monsters actually do get destroyed because I did it now and not later. And we did lose our monster, but if we draw any free special summon, I think we're good. This card looks awesome. I love this card. Look at this Salamander Charge. I think this card looks so cool. Yeah, this card's actually really, really good. We don't have any grave interruptions, but it's awesome. This card's really cool. The Salamander Charge. So then it puts them back, and they're going to be able to special summon 1, I think. Yeah, they're going to summon back Balinks. Okay. I'd rather Balinks be on the field than anywhere else, so I'm still kind of fine with it. So they're going to activate the Salamander Sanctuary. Cool. This is a very tough matchup for us, I'll be honest with you. Unless we have There Can Be Only One, this is a really, really, really difficult matchup. That is one of the only like save cards that is like a saving grace that can possibly get us out of this really, really terrible matchup. Gonna use Jack Jaguar because the deck basically summons like 20 times every single turn. And, I mean, that's just really, really tough to deal with. Like, even the worst unoptimized versions of this deck are still very, very strong. So, it's one of those decks that can be very difficult for us to beat, for sure. Okay, they're going to summon Splash Mage. It wouldn't even be dumb to use the effect of... What do they have here, right? So, they use this. They've already used this. Spinny, have they used Spinny? I don't think they use the graveyard. If you control, you can... Yeah, they use it. So I think, actually, Forbidden Droplets, getting rid of the talents would probably be the right play. We do this, and we hope that we draw a level 4 monster. That's basic. A level 4 special summon. That's basically our best bet here. If we can do that, we can possibly win. If we don't, we're on very shaky waters here. Triple Tactics. Their own Triple Tactics. Okay. They waited a while to use that. Okay, that's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive. Okay, let's see. Code of Soul. That's a newer card too. This card's pretty good too. And they're going to be able to special summon a Salamander Link monster. Yep, that's fine. Nothing I can do there. Drew pretty good extender. Oh my god, not this thing. Not the Promethean Princess. Yeah, this has quickly gotten out of hand. Like, what can I possibly draw that could get me out of this situation? Like, everything's already too late. D-Fissure's too late. There can only be one's too late. Like, every card I could possibly draw is already a too late card to be useful right now. Unfortunately, I don't know that there's anything that I could possibly draw. Goes in match would have been good, but it's too late. Like, goes in match would have been amazing because as soon as they made splash match, just goes in match and they're just locked and that's it. They end their turn. That would have been actually better than any of this other stuff. They're going to make double Raging Phoenix. And then what's this card's effect? Special summon. Special summon. It gains attack. I think we're getting OTK'd here if this guy's being made. Yep. Will of Fire. Will of Salamander. Great. It's unfortunate that opening hand. But sometimes it happens. Like, you know, sometimes you win the coin flip and you end up just making a subpar board that isn't good enough. And sometimes you lose the coin flip and you end up... Your opponent bricks or makes a subpar board. It's just a part of Master Duel. You can't really do anything about it. Yeah, this game is looking like it's over. I'm gonna save us time. I have no follow-up. These guys are gonna... Salamander is one of those decks where everything they do is gonna be done the next turn, and the next turn, and the next turn, and it'll never end. It's just one of those decks with, like, infinite recursion. And my deck, at best, I can draw a level 4 right now. Like, my best draw right now is maybe, like, Rochka. That's not competing with 25 special summons every turn. Alright guys, we just lost a coin flip. We're still in Plat 3. We're fighting here. We haven't been doing too bad. We just lost this one. Ew, what is this? I've never seen this thing. When did this thing come out? Who the hell is this? A Naturia beast? Like a Naturia monster? When did they come out with that one? I didn't even know that was... You get that in the store? You get that in the... You don't get that in the battle pass. Where the hell do you get this thing? Was that brand new or something? Oh, he's playing Naturia. Ugh. I mean, look. I'm going to keep it 100 right now. Like, Naturia Beast isn't the worst matchup. Naturia is not the worst matchup because we can deal with Naturia Beast. Our hand deals with Naturia Beast. We have Photon Thrasher, Tribute, Majesty's Fiend. No, like, we have the answer. It depends how much they do. That's straight up. It depends on what they do. Naturias do a lot, but I think once Majesty's Fiend hits that board, I think it's a wrap. Yeah, this card's pretty good. Immediately Synchro Summon, Fusion. Okay, whatever. They're not Fusion Summoning, but they get the normal summon or special summon and then Synchro Summon. Yeah, I think if Majesty's Fiend hits this board, I think we can make shit happen. Ash late to the party as usual. All right, so here's what we do. Right, we summon Photon Thrasher. We have Forbidden Chalice to deal with any foolishness. You can special summon a Yugioh monster from your graveyard. What's this do? When your opponent special summons a monster, you can special summon one Yugioh from your deck. That's fine. If your opponent normal special summons, you can... Okay, so this is a one effect. I can negate this, but honestly, I'm not too stressed about what he's about to summon right now. Because I can just negate that with Forbidden Chalice. I'm really just trying to tribute or Photon Thrasher here. So I'm actually fine with that. So he's going to special summon something from the deck. That's once Majesty's Fiend hits this board, it's a wrap. From what I know. Tree is targeted for an attack. You can send this card to negate the battle. That's fine. Yeah, like I said, once this dude hits the field, it is case closed. All these effects are turned off and we're ready to go to battle. Okay, so this is a level 2 non-tuner tuner. Damn, he's got a lot of tuners, so we gotta watch out. We'll just attack the Camellia. Yeah, we'll attack Camellia. And we'll just go main phase 2. We'll just set the Forbidden Chalice. The alternative play, we actually can't even activate Ash at all. So we gotta keep that in mind. There's no point to set it now, so I'm just not gonna set it, but yeah, he can't even activate Ash block. We can't activate Ash. He can't Ash us. We can't Ash him. Nobody's getting Ashed right now. Hand traps are dead right now, which is kind of a crazy thing to consider. Majesty's Fiend is one of the most outrageous cards ever. It's such a crazy text on a card. I don't know how much our opponent will do. If they can synchro summon, they can get to a high attack monster. They could probably get over our monster, but that's usually their best bet. It sucks that they have a lot of monsters on board, but I had to take this route because that turned off their graveyard game, their hand game, everything. That just, well, yeah. That turned off everything, so I couldn't not use Majesty's Fiend. Plus, the awesome thing is, when they had the Camellia, which they could have used if your opponent normal or special summons a monster. You can special summon and trade a monster from your graveyard. They could have done that. So they could have done a lot. So they're going to be able to synchro summon here. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, they could probably get over our monster if they make the level 10. If they can make the level 10, they can beat us. So that is a little scary. I'm going to see what they can do. That's a tuner, so they've got 2 tuners on field. They've got 2 tuners, so they got to be careful with their mathematics right now. But we'll see what they can do. They just have to make a monster stronger than 24, but we do have the Forbidden Chalice. But once we Forbidden Chalice our own monster, his monster effects not only are back on, but we do have Ash Blossom back on once that happens. So we have a lot of things that can happen. So we'll see what he makes here. He can make Barkion. Yeah, Barkion's 25. So we can activate the Forbidden Chalice and damage step if Barkion attacks us. But they can also make the level 9. Oh, no, they're not going to. Whoa there. Okay, let's put Chaining on. They're going to declare an attack. Attack declaration's fine. Battle step is fine. Damage step. Let's activate the Forbidden Chalice. Beef up our own monster. And now his thing will die. We have to hope that he doesn't have any more follow-up. But we have Ash Blossom to deal with the next batch of nonsense. I think if we can get past this, it will end things. So he's going to activate the Vernisloof, the girl. I forget which this one does. This one is add a Vernisloof card from your deck to your hand. He's going to send another, and then I think this is worth ashing. This is 100% has to be worth ashing. Yeah, this is definitely worth ashing. So I'm going to activate this because he's got no resources right now. I don't believe he's normal summon, but he's very low on resources. They're only time to ash anyway because, I mean, I could wait for the next thing, but I think this is smart enough to ash right now. Damn it, he did have that normal summon your opponent's special summons. Yeah, that's fine. So he's got Naturia Beast that he can make for sure. Yeah, end phase is fine because this goes back to being live again, and now we've got, oof, jeez, you almost feel bad for the guy, but not really. Let's Necro Valley it up. Jeez, man. Like I said, you almost feel bad for the guy. Almost. I don't have a soul anymore. This is so we'll attack over this. He can't negate anything right now. He can't negate with his other. He can't float. He can't negate. He can't use the blessing, the trap card. Everything's turned off right now. And this is what's awesome is we don't even lose the Harpy's Feather Duster right now. This isn't even susceptible to that. He needs to draw like Imperm, but Necro Valley shuts his deck down too, which is nice. But this is quite nice. This is a nice situation we're in. And he scoops. Wow, okay. Yeah, Majesty's Fiend's an insane card. It really is an insane card. Both of them. Majesty's Fiend and his twin brother, though, the other guy. Majesty's... Not Majesty's. It's Majesty's Fiend and Vanity's Fiend. They're both disgusting. One legacy ticket. Okay, so this is what our opponent was playing. They're playing a Naturia deck that is fairly... I don't have any complaints about this deck. This is much better than most decks we play against. Other than the 14 card for no reason extra deck, this is a pretty solid Naturia deck. It's not really all that bad. It's not really like fantastic, but I mean it's a decent deck. It's a decent pure Naturia deck. It's not mixed with the ultimate villainous deck, which is the one that mills your opponent, banishes that one. Runic, it's not mixed with Runic, but I mean it's got some weird ratios, but it's honestly not that bad. All right, let's see what we get here. We've got another master pack. Hopefully we get something useful. It's glowing, but yellow glows. Might as well not glow at all because it doesn't mean anything usually. We'll see. Horn of the Phantom Beast. We already have that. 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 Don't have that, but it needs Venomanaga and Venominion. It needs cards we don't have and can't summon. Another card we have. This is insane. And then for the super or better, we have Zephyr Providence, which is actually a good card, but We don't have a ton of Zephyr cards. Zephyrs are weird because they like Xenolock and they want to play with other Zephyrs, but not with other cards outside of Zephyrs, which is a little weird because they'll say things like you can't pendulum summon anything other than a Zephyr. So they're a little bit weird because they're like good pendulum cards, but you have to pull a ton of Zephyrs for them to actually be playable. So as good as this card actually is, a decent Zephyr card, we can't really use it. Everything else we have every other card, which is actually getting kind of insane. There's cards, like I've said before, there are cards we still haven't pulled, and there are cards we have 5 copies of. It's actually kind of, it's crazy to consider. Alright, we just won this coin flip, and the hand's honestly looking pretty good. I'm probably going to save Nahata here, because just in case they have something. There's no point to summon Nahata. This is an inherent summon, so they can't max C on this. That's good. Now they can max C, but now it might be too late, which is awesome. So that's pretty good. So if they max C us, imperm us, we're good. We're going to summon the Condemned Witch. Activate this effect. Again, if they have imperm, they have imperm. Then my next monster doesn't get imperm, so that's good. And we save Nahata for later. So we'll activate Condemned Witch. Yep, don't want to ash our own stuff. And we'll take... Nahata's kind of a dead extra card, so we'll just keep... We'll take Forbidden Droplets, and we have Nahata to discard if we need to, which is cool. Our opponent still had a response afterwards. I imagine it's probably an imperm, but like I said, it could be... It could very well be max C, and they don't want to use it yet. But that would probably be a mistake. So now we're going to summon Redoer. Sometimes people don't use max C, so they feel like ashamed that they missed an opportunity to use it. So then they don't use it, and then they realize they could use it later. So it's... Sometimes that happens, but we'll see. Yeah, our opponent definitely has like an imperm because they're reading the Time Thief. We'll set... I mean, against a lot of decks, this really isn't that bad of a board. It honestly, like... Our deck has come pretty far. We can always, you know, it's like we're always one Harpy's Feather Duster and a Kaiju away from losing, but at the same time, it's you got to rely on your opponent being lucky. But I guess we'll see. Well, we'll see. But Time Thief Redoer will activate him in the standby phase. He unfortunately does trigger the Kurikari, but what can you do? There we get an Ash, so we get no information on what they're playing. You just get a Feed Ash. The worst thing that you can get off of a Time Thief. What did I say? I told you, they're one Raigeki and a Harpy's Feather Duster away from beating us at any given time. We're going to activate Time Thief. They can't chain Imperm because they are controlling cards. So they should have Impermed, then activated Raigeki following later, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, they're controlling cards, so they can't do it. Or at least I think. Is Imperm require you to control no monsters or no cards? I forget. Maybe it could have... Oh no, it has to be no cards. Yeah, so they played that out a little differently. Then I would have just changed it to the Imperm anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I still don't know what he's playing. This guy, again, Staples, man. This is like very common set of card. Okay, I'll take it. Yep, I'll take it. Let's bring back Redoer. Back to the party. We still have no idea what he's playing. I imagine, based on Mr. Staples here, this is probably... It's a great draw. I imagine this is probably an Ash or a Maxi or an Effect Veiler or some sort of hand trap that he didn't use that he can use, and we get a Magician's Souls. Okay, so now at least we know what he's playing. This is not a Magician's Souls. If I had to guess, it's probably an Ash. I'm going to save this again for the Forbidden Droplets in the future. Yeah, I don't really need to summon this. It just doesn't really serve a purpose. I'm not going to lie to you, Gozen is really bad in this matchup too. It just does nothing. Unless they summon a Mahad. On the off chance they summon a Mahad, it's probably a dead card in this matchup. Yep, it is a Maxi, as predicted. I told you they felt shame that they missed the opportunity to Maxi me, and then they just felt ashamed of themselves and then never Maxi. This, I'm considering setting this card in defense mode. Because if I set this, then next turn maybe it becomes useful, but I kind of want to save it for the droplets. Send any number of cards. I mean, I can always send it anyway, even without. I guess we set it just in case we draw another level 4 next turn. And then we just do it that way. Yeah, we'll just set it next turn. We might draw a level 4 of some kind. I didn't want to summon it because it's like 800 attack and anything in the world can get over it. So I didn't want to set it. But this is not bad, though. This is not bad. Plus we took the Magician's Souls. Even though we want to get spells and traps, we did take a Magician's Souls, which actually isn't terrible. Because taking a Magician's Souls is... Oh, that's cool. Triple Tactics. I was going to activate a monster effect in the main phase anyway, probably. But now that I know he plays that, I got to be sort of careful because he can. But then again, what are the chances he drew this and then I took one off the top? We'll see. Activate Monster Reborn to target probably Magician Souls. So that's what I just... No, Photon Thrasher. I actually don't really care that he takes Photon Thrasher. I'm actually better that he takes Photon Thrasher because Goes in Match now locks him into lights and he's playing the Archmagician. So I actually don't mind him taking Photon Thrasher. Plus I already have a spell underneath my Time Thief anyway, so it's purposeless. But yeah, if he tries to summon, like if you activate Magician Souls right now, just activate Goes in Match and then he just like fizzles. Okay, now we activate Goes in Match. Yeah, he's about to go into like level 7. None of this is happening because I'm going to Goes in Match. So I'm going to activate Goes in. And he's going to be forced to choose one. I don't really care who. It literally doesn't matter. He seems to have some... I don't know if he has a response, but he can choose stuff. He has to choose. That's what it's doing. I guess he does have a... What response could he have? Maybe he has another... And he selected fire. So he keeps Ash Blossom. 0 attack monster. I'm going to demolish this Ash Blossom next turn. And he scoops. That's it. Okay, wonderful. Wonderful. He played that out as good as it could possibly get. I don't even know how that guy got that high into the thing. Yeah, that guy, he seems like a silver 2 kind of a Dark Magician player. We got 1 legacy ticket. All right, here's what our opponent was playing. Yeah, I was right. There was a Mahad. He's playing the Magic Haribo. Usually by the time Mage Power, Secret Village of the Spellcasters, one evenly, like this is one of those decks where we would have lost to it and been like, oh my god, he had to draw the evenly. But yeah, this guy, Harpy's Feather Duster, you know, the OG combo, Raigeki. But yeah, a lot going on here. This could definitely be optimal. Okay, so here we go. Another Legacy, or Master Pack, I should say. Legacy tickets are for the end now. That way we can open a batch of them and not have to go one by one with cards. Dragoonid Curse is not a bad card for Dragoonid. Yang Zing Path is a good draw card for Yang Zings, but we don't have enough Yang Zings. Tistina is just an all over the place deck. I'm not gonna lie to you, I've never actually read or seen this card. Sword Soul, and it's crazy is I play Sword Soul. I know every card in the archetype, and I've never seen this card. All right, so basically what this card does is the first effect, you just banish 5 Sword Soul cards or worms, and then you gain 300 towards 1 monster on your field. That's banishing 5 cards out of your graveyard to increase 1500. That's not good enough. And then the second effect is, if it's banished, you summon a Sword Soul token, just like Moyi and all of the other Sword Soul tokens. And then it locks you into synchros with those tokens. So, truth be told, I can understand why I've never read this card, because it's not good. Another Bujinki card. Actually, funny enough, we've taken a little break from getting Bujinki cards. I'm not going to lie. There was a point in time where we pulled a Bujinki card every single episode. And somehow, someway, despite pulling one every episode and probably having 20 different Bujin cards, it is still somehow worse than playing the deck that we have full of random cards. I don't know how. Thunder Force Attack, I don't have a Slifer. Necros of Colossalus is actually one of the better Necros cards, but I don't have enough Necros or Ritual stuff to play that. So far, not really usable, even though we pulled some decent cards. Like, this is decent. But, I mean, we're not going to play it. Let's see what this UR is. It is a Yoki... This is crazy. We have this already. Yeah, that's crazy. This card's not bad in a zombie deck, but it's not, like, great either. It's just kind of an okay card in a zombie deck. Like, it's a tech option in a zombie deck. Like, if I was making a tier list for, like, zombie monsters, I would probably put this at, like, C tier. Like, it's not a bad card. But if you're playing a zombie deck, this is like, oh, look at this cool tech choice. Like, this is what this deck is. This is what this card is. No one's like, most of the time, like, you're not seriously running this. And we already have this. That's the crazy thing. It's not generic at all. You need, it's 2+ zombie monsters, which, because it's a Link 4, it's essentially 4 zombies. If I had Zombie World, I could see myself maybe playing this because it'd be generic. But as it stands, this card is just not really good for us. And like I said, this is our second card. There's actually multiple URs that we've now pulled multiple copies of, which I think is just bananas, because it's like there's commons that we haven't even seen. We don't even realize exist yet. But yeah, we have 2 of this. We have 2 of many different super rares. We have 2 of that monster, the gimmick puppet monster. We have 3, a playset of Curry Babylons. We have almost a playset of morphing jars, which is limited to one. It's like there's so many URs we have like multiple copies of, but then there are like commons we will never see, honestly. All right, we just won the coin flip. Hand's looking pretty solid, honestly. It is actually looking pretty solid. Now the question is, well, we summon this out for sure. The question is, do we go Endymion and Condemned Witch? That's the question. Yeah, I like Photon when we open it in our opening hand, because it's actually a pretty good card because our opponent can't max E till it's too late. This is the question of, do I go Condemned Witch or Endymion? Endymion can get me a random draw. Condemned Witch can get me a guaranteed negate. I think we go with the guaranteed negate. I think I'll go with this because then I get a Forbidden Droplets and 100% it's going to happen. Whereas with Endymion, I could summon that, search something, and then I could just draw another level 4 monster, and I just don't have another interruption. So, just to be a little smarter, I think we'll go with the Condemned Witch. We'll add Forbidden Droplets. This is another really good pull that we've had, and I can't believe we pulled both Forbidden Droplets and Forbidden Chalice. We never pulled Forbidden Lance, but I mean we have Droplets, so we can't really whine about that because we actually pulled the superior card anyway. It's crazy. We've actually pulled a lot of staples, many of which have become unusable to us, which is crazy. Like I never thought I would. I thought when I pulled Lightning Storm, I would play it and I would be so happy drawing it every single time, but I swear to you, there have been so many situations where we get Lightning Storm and it's just like, we've used it so few times, so I actually have to cut it. I never thought I'd say that Torrential Tribute is actually better than Lightning Storm for us. Not in general, but for us. So we'll go with the Time Thief. We'll grab a monster. It's another Dark Magician player. This one might be more intelligent than the last. Yeah, it's already off to a better start. Unfortunately, we got a monster. I would prefer... Obviously, you prefer a trap card. And against this deck, you really, you can't... trap card's pretty common, so... So our opponent is going to search for Rod. Which Rod I'm probably going to negate with the Droplets, because like Rod is very good. Because he gets him into the spell traps, and then it can get him to the field spell, and then it can get him into Eternal Soul. Which if I can avoid that, I will avoid that. So that's probably the goal there. So he's going to Rod. I am not going to do that, but I'm going to wait till he activates his effect, and then I'll activate Forbidden Droplets. So now we activate Forbidden Droplets. I want to stop the Rod, because it stops him getting into stuff. So I'll discard one of my Endymions, because I have 2 anyway. And our opponent can't respond with anything but monster effects. They could, in theory, respond with something else. So, we'll Droplets, cut this dude, and negate its effects. So... you get rid of that. They can still do stuff for sure. I mean, they're up in card advantage, but we do have Judgment, so we can stop anything really crazy. Okay, they're going to activate Fusion Deployment. I'm going to be honest with you, if they successfully summon out... so they're going to Diffusion Deployment into a Dark Magician. And if they do that, Dark Magician gets over our monster, and we don't have anything right now at all to get over a Dark Magician. So I honestly think that we have to Solemn Judgment this. We do not have an out to Dark Magician right now. Even though he doesn't have any setup, we do not have an out to Dark Magician. So getting access to Dark Magician for him is just really big. And like I said, then I lose Time Thief. Then I lose Time Thief, and then I can't. Like I can banish Time Thief and stuff, but it doesn't do enough. I have to keep him off of the Dark Magician right now. I lose if he gets it out. Time Thief can't get over Dark Magician, neither can Endymion. So neither of my cards right now can get over a Dark Magician, so I need to keep them away from Dark Magician. Otherwise I lose. Obviously, it's not... yeah, I mean, that could happen. It's not what I wanted to do, but I kind of had to settle for less there. So they're going to activate Magician Soul, summon Dark Magician anyway. The good thing is they don't have access to... the other stuff, the circle and all that stuff. So right here, I'm actually going to take the extra life points. I'm actually just going to banish Time Thief, because that's not enough to kill us. Unless they have an Ash. They can Ash it, but we're going to detach, and we're going to banish that. We'll take the extra life points. It's fine. We won't die, because we did Forbidden Droplets. There's a chance that Condemned Witch actually helps us. Not Condemned Witch. Time Thief actually helps us out this Dark Magician, but I had to take that risk because Dark Magician was a legitimate serious threat, as I still don't have an out to it. He's going to make an Artemis. Yeah, this guy's already more intelligent than the other guy. Like, significantly better than the other Dark Magician player. He's not playing as many bricks. He's playing a better build with the fusion deployment. This is probably an Eternal Soul. This is probably another good card. Like, this guy is significantly better than the last dude. So we'll get Time Thief Redoer. Oof. I mean, that's just, in this matchup, that does nothing. It does nothing because the Dark Magician doesn't really care about monster effects once Dark Magician's on board. Unfortunately, we get a monster. I was obviously hoping for something else. Okay, so I think in this situation, Endymion, I think we go... Yeah, do I go with the 23? Make him 23? I don't think that's necessary. So we'll activate, and then we need to get some advantage going, so... The problem is our life points are very low. Are very, very, very low. So he can just attack and kill us. I don't have any more, like, post-field special summons. And that's an issue. Effect Veiler. I did not see that coming. I think I just lost us the duel. Yeah, there's nothing I could have done there. There's nothing I could have done there. I have to draw. I pretty much have to draw. I pretty much have to get a trap off the top of his deck. That's the only way we win this duel. So that gets negated. That's unfortunate, but it's the reality there. I can, funny enough, make Artemis of my own and then crash Artemis. And that'll save me. Yeah, that'll at least save me here. So that wouldn't be too dumb. I think I will do that, actually. Yeah, I think I have to do that. If I do that, like I said, if I crash the Artemises, then because I'm at 700 damage. If he attacks the Endymion, I lose the duel. So I have to... I'm like worming my way out of this, but this is a rough situation. So I think if we crash these two, we don't do any damage, but we don't lose either. So if we crash these two, I think that's our best bet. So we attack. He can activate this dude in Graveyard, Magician's Rod, if he activates a spot trap, but he doesn't. Okay. Main phase 2, our hope is that we get a trap card off the top of his deck. Or he doesn't have any extenders and he just attacks over Time Thief, then that's what happens. So we're going to activate Redoer. And hopefully a trap card is... We have to get a trap card here. We get a spell. Eye of Timaeus. The Eye of Timaeus. I guess he didn't draw that, but... Circle's dangerous, depending on what else he gets. Unfortunately, like I said, I have to take the damage here. I must take the damage. I don't have a choice. Yeah, you rearrange the order. Battle phase. I can't banish my Time Thief. I have to lose him. It's going to be a heroic death for sure. We're going to activate Time Thief to just get rid of the... We have both Timaeuses underneath here. So symbolic. So we're going to draw a card. We don't banish the other one. Talk about late to the party. Talk about late to the damn party. Retrograde. Yeah, we can't do anything with that now. It's over. This is one of those situations where the card that I don't want to talk about, the Lightning Storm would have been actually phenomenal, but like we would never have drawn it. He's going to link that away for an Artemis. Or no, Induct. Okay. Okay, so that tells me that he's probably got Eternal Soul. Which, again, would make Lightning Vortex a crazy card right now. Okay, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for the best play I have. I'm going to play as if he doesn't have Eternal Soul. I'm going to do that. But obviously, he's probably got Eternal Soul. But I'm going to play as if he doesn't have Eternal Soul. Because I can't afford not to. So, I know for a fact he's got Eternal Soul. But I can't do anything about that anyway. So I might as well just do my thing with what I have. So we're going to summon this. Hope they don't have Eternal Soul. If they do, this duel is 100% over. If they don't, yeah. We'll see. Now we go to battle phase. In theory, if they don't have Eternal Soul, we have a very solid shot of winning this, and it's Eternal Soul. Yep. That'll wrap it up. That will wrap up this duel. Yeah, there's not much we can do here. That wraps up the duel, because then he banishes our monster, and then he just attacks direct. Damn, that sucks. That really sucks. That guy had... Like I said, that guy wasn't actually as bad as some of the other Dark Magician players we've played against. He had a very decent understanding of the deck and the game. Okay, so this is what our opponent was playing. like I said, it's a decent Dark Magician deck. It actually is like one of the better ones that we played. I mean, you could definitely cut some stuff here. Like to get it to a 40 card deck, you could probably cut Eye of Timaeus. You can probably cut a deployment or two. You could probably cut one of these so you never draw two. Like you could definitely cut like 3 or 4 cards to make this deck a lot better. But like this guy actually had a reasonably good understanding of how this deck works. I don't know why this is here. Oh, I guess you could reveal and then special summon and activate Infusion Summon. So it's not bad either. So overall, this deck was actually like quite nice, honestly. All right, we just lost this coin flip. It's a decent hand, honestly, but we'll have to see what our opponent's playing to really find out how we can win this. Horus is an unfortunate deck to play against because that's them drawing that in a 60 card deck, just opening it, pretty crazy thing. That is a... And grass looks greener. Some people just have all the luck. Look at this. Look at this shit. They open grass and that in a 60 card deck. Look at these mills. No point to even read all this shit. Look at these amazing ass mills. That's insane. He had less of a chance to open that than we did Ash. That's a crazy opening. Sometimes, look, this is a game of luck. Sometimes there's nothing I could have done differently here. This is just that was just incredible. 60 card deck opens. No one is luckier than people in Platinum. No one. They're like the gods. These people are insane. I don't think we can possibly. I'm gonna stay just for like entertainment purposes, but there's no, unless this guy's a complete doofus, there's no way he loses. Also, I'm gonna be honest with you. This Horus thing is it's one of the worst things that could have possibly happened to us. Because this deck just spits out monsters that are 4,000, like 3,000, actually, yeah, 4,000. Because that one that when all of them are on the field becomes 48. Forget the names. But, like, they summon monsters that are 3, 27, 28, 26, 4,000 attack. Our strongest monster, the majority of the time, is a Time Thief that is 2,400 attack. That's the majority. Our second strongest monster, main deck, is the Kashtira monster. It's 28. Like that's kind of the problem. If our opponent just summons, like, we would lose to our opponent if they just summoned 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons. We would lose to that because, like, I can't get over 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons. It would take me forever. I have to, like, okay, I'm gonna Forbidden Droplets this one, and the next turn I'm gonna Ferret Flames this. Like, it takes me so many turns to get over all these Blue Eyes White Dragons, where it doesn't matter what deck they're playing. If they can just summon 5 monsters that are 3,000 attack, I lose. It's a part of the game. It's not like I have a Zeus and a direct attacker, so it's a little bit rough. Even Majesty's Fiend, like, going first, they would have stopped all this, but going second, Majesty's Fiend doesn't really do much. I'm going to be honest with you, even if we had gone first, I don't think we would have stopped this. I think that's the craziest part of all of this. Even going first, we wouldn't. Like, going first, going second, this is just on another level of luck right now. We wouldn't have stopped it because we would have summoned Photon Thrasher and then Astral Utopia, discarded Shithana to search the XYZ block, which is a monster negate. So we'd have had Phoenix Chain, the monster negate, and Ferret Flames. Ferret Flames wouldn't have been useful until we got attacked. Those two are monster negates. I wouldn't have stopped King Sarcophagus, and I wouldn't have stopped Grass Looks Greener. So regardless of anything, I still would have lost this duel. This is like we're losing to fate right now. Okay, yeah, this guy seems to know what he's doing. This was just insane. This is unbeatable. He hasn't even summoned a single one of his Horus monsters, and he hasn't even used the Horus cards the majority of the times that he has to. So there's no way I win this duel. That level of luck, that's like protagonist luck. That was like unreal. There was no way I could have stopped that. All right, we just lost another coin flip, unfortunately. The hand's pretty good too. I want to say if I had gone first, I probably would have won this duel, but you never do know. Yeah, this is a pretty solid hand. They're playing Kashtira. This is another deck, like I said, Kashtira. Just decks that can just summon like 3 monsters that are really high in attack. I can't beat that. Like, if you just summon a bunch of monsters that are really strong, it's still a struggle to this day for us. And they're playing Kashtira somehow, and I don't know why, but every Kashtira player on Earth always opens Unicorn. You ever notice that? Like, it's always Unicorn. It's like 100. This card's semi-limited. They always open Unicorn. I've never seen one not open Unicorn. We've played against, like, you can go back and watch the footage. Every time we've played against a Kashtira player, guaranteed they've opened a Unicorn. It's almost kind of like crazy. It's never any of the others. It's never like, it's never any of, it's always Unicorn. So they're going to go into Shangri-La. Okay, fine. They start shooting down our zones. Now they're going to go into the Rise Heart. And they're going to go into our Rise Heart soon. We banish some stuff. Let's see, is it useful? Yeah, it's kind of useful. But like I said, we wouldn't have had those cards anyway. It's like Pot of Desires. Like if I pulled Pot of Desires, I'd play it. No thoughts. Like no second thoughts. I would play Pot of Desires if I pulled it, because Pot of Desires is like one of those cards, like you banish cards off the top of your deck, but it doesn't really matter. Our deck has no searching really anyway, so I could banish everything and it wouldn't matter to me. Forbidden Droplet's pretty good against this deck, but it only cuts attack, and they're 3,000 defense. So again, this is the issue. Like, even if these were vanilla monsters, if these were 2 Millennium Walls or Millennium Shields, I couldn't get over them. They have 3,000 defense. Like, I have no way to. Like, what am I gonna do? Gozen match is great against this matchup, as you can see. So I think we go Endymion. I think we activate into Endymion. They can banish something off out of our extra deck with Unicorn, but I don't really care, honestly. Like I said, our extra deck is kind of like the only card we really always need is Time Thief. All the rest of them, it's not like the end of the world. Arise Heart's scary. Arise Heart's definitely scary. Dimension Fissure, like I said, in this matchup is just dead, so this sucks because they're going to imperm this, so we're not going to resolve our effect, but we did activate a monster effect, so they're going to still get their Unicorn off. They're going to activate that. They're going to detach, and they're going to get the Unicorn. Yeah, that sucks. So they're going to attach a card. So now they have 2 materials. I think we just set Gozen and Droplets. We don't activate Fissure because it's pointless right now. They've got a Kashtira, and all of their cards return from banish anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, this is scary stuff. I mean, we do have Forbidden Droplets. I can't use Forbidden Droplets anyway against this stupid Kashtira Arise Heart. Yeah, I couldn't use it anyway. Forbidden Droplets gets turned off by this card. Any card sent to graveyard is banished instead. This has to send to graveyard for cost, so I couldn't use it even if I wanted to. So they're going to banish our Malevolent Sin, and of all cards, Malevolent Sin of all cards. That's what they're most afraid of. So they're going to attach. When a card is banished, they're going to attach again, and they're going to take a card. Okay. This definitely looks like a set 5 pass situation. Well, never mind, set 3. Okay, so. Damn. Now they're going to attach another one. Okay, whatever. I think we set Forbidden Droplets. We set Gozen. We set Retrograde, and we hope they don't hit the Gozen. That's what we're gonna do. And they do have the quick effect banish right now. If they banish Gozen, which is it's a 33% chance of whether they banish Gozen or not. If they banish Gozen, we lose this duel. If they don't banish Gozen, we have a shot here. Yep, it's Gozen. What is that chance? I don't know what to say. This is like insane. We started off so hot, and it's just I can't play any better. Like I can't do anything else. Like what do you want me to do? All right, we lost yet another coin flip, which will happen from time to time. But we'll see. Like the last 2 duels, you can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. Let's see what this guy's playing. It's Dark Magician Girl Sleeves, but that doesn't particularly mean he's Dark Magician. It just means he's a perv. But he's got the Black Feather Whirlwind. I'd rather just play Dark Magician. Never mind. Good for me. Okay. Hopefully hopefully he's playing Edison with 1 new card. That's what I hope he's playing, because I'm not trying to deal with Dark Magician right now. Let's see. We're going to go and do our thing right now. We're going to definitely do our thing. Okay, so let's special summon out the Ascended Sage. Yeah, we'll summon this out. Hopefully they don't have Maxi, because that would be a huge bummer. They don't seem to. Well, Goblinberg. Activate that. They don't seem to have responses, which is a pleasant surprise for once. So let's summon that out. And then they might have Nibiru. So let's play around that. Let's play around Nibiru, because we will respect random things that come up sometimes. Because this is going to be our 4th summon. I don't want to have to deal with Nibiru, so I'll do this now. Nibiru is a scary card. Nobody's trying to deal with that right now. So we're going to activate the Majesty. We're just trying to get another interruption, because our hand's pretty solid. We have some solid interruptions. We're trying to get another one. That's all we need right now. This guy bricked. Things are looking up. The last few have not bricked. Let's see. Now we just need a decent draw. Probably, if based on my hand right now, we're probably going to be putting back Nahata. And, yep, we're putting back Nahata. We have 2 normal summons. Do they break our board? And come on, what are the chances? No, I don't think they're going to break our board. We have Solemn Judgment and Cracked. We're not breaking our board. Let's remain positive. We've got Endymion. I probably want to put that back. We can put it back in Nahata. I'm probably going to put back Nahata. This is a good card. So now we go to battle. And now this could be, what could this be? This could be Ash. This could be Maxi. This could be some random ass Blackwing that has like 1800 defense. I'll just attack with the bigger monster. So, no, 700 defense. It happens. What can you do? Alright, so now we're going to attack. This is, you can send this card from hand or field to grave target. It's a monster negate. It's a quick effect. Yeah, it's a monster negate. But you have to discard it from hand. So right now it doesn't do anything. So we'll set 2 and we're going to pass. Honestly, not even too bad of a situation. We're up in card advantage, which is nice. But up in card advantage isn't really saying much because we're playing against Blackwings. We're always one good draw away from full combo, but we have interruptions, so that's good. So we'll see. Standby phase. Let's see what other interruptions we can accumulate here, because we're going to activate Time Thief Redoer. We can activate some more, accumulate some more interruptions. That would be nice. So we'll grab something off the top. It's a trap. Okay, so now we have another interruption. We have an interruption, interruption, interruption. So we have 3 potential interruptions and a pretty decent follow-up, honestly. It doesn't even look bad right now. So they're going to go Black Whirlwind. I think if I activate, yeah, I kind of want to activate Time Thief Redoer, because then I put this on top of his deck and I get it the next turn to draw cards. I kind of want to do that. Yeah, I want to do that, because that gets annoying very quickly. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Do we want to banish a monster? Honestly, Time Thief on board right now isn't doing anything anyway, so we might as well just banish him. So we'll do that, and we'll put this back on the top of his deck, so when Time Thief comes back, we get to pull that off the top of his deck. So that's pretty good. And if he summons something right now, we just Judgment it. Depending on how good it is, we Judgment it. Possibly Crack down it. Okay, so he's going to summon is this Shamal. Okay, so I'm going to steal this dude because he's level 4 and I can make an Exceed monster out of him. So I'm going to cancel the Solemn Judgment, but I will activate Crackdown to take him because he actually does shuffle the deck. I don't want him doing that because I want what I put on top of the deck to stay on the top of the deck. And like I said, next turn we make a rank 4 with these 2. And then we end phase. Okay, so this guy comes back. And we're going to grab the spell card off the top of his deck, which will give us an additional free draw. Roachka is a pretty good card, but I don't want him to gain life points right now. Condemned Witch is pretty good right now. But I think we have game on board, so it doesn't really matter. So we'll go Redoer, grab a spell because we knew it was going to be a spell. So let's just turn the chaining off so I don't get confused. So we're going to activate this to draw. Our opponent has something. I don't even know what they have, but we're going to detach, draw a card. That's pretty good. It's pretty solid. That is pretty solid. Okay, so I think we just go Condemned Witch, activate that. Like I said, I gotta be careful. I gotta play around this Nibiru in case they have it. We've summoned 1 time so far. We'll activate Endymion. We'll put the one that makes him 23. I mean, not that we have a choice, but we'll put the one that makes him 23 right now. And then we will overlay. How much damage do we have? 24, 23. We almost have game. What's the strongest one we've got? Is it Malevolent Sin Man? Or Black Corn Ship? I think it's Malevolent Sin Man. Out of our Link 2s. I mean, technically, we can go Boral Sword. No, we can't, because we used our special summons. So we'll go Condemned Witch, Shamal, and we'll summon it right here. That is game, right? 60, yeah, 71. Okay, so now we just go to battle phase. And that should be game, yeah, unless they have some surprise waiting for us somewhere. This guy bricked a little, but we still got to win. We had some... I'm not going to activate this just in case. I don't want any foolishness. You activate a monster effect, you lose. Like, alright, so here we go. We won that one. Yeah, we ran into some bad luck, but we just ran into some good luck too, so... I'd rather be a little more stable for some more interesting games, but sometimes you just can't win them all. We got 2 more legacy tickets. Out of curiosity, these are the last 2 decks that we played. This guy was playing Lunalight with... Lunalights with the Tearlaments with Horus. 3 archetypes mixed into one. Again, 2 King Sarcophagus, 1 Grass Screener, and he opens it. Like, how I... These people are literally unreal. Like, they don't exist. I don't know how they do that. Like, I have no... How do you open that well? It's insane to me. And then the opponent shortly after was... This deck basically beats our deck every single time. He's playing... he's playing Kashtira's mixed with Horus, which are 2 decks that really shouldn't mix together. But it happens. This guy mixed the 2 archetypes together, and either one of these archetypes beats us. Because again, if they just put a bunch of monsters on board that are high in attack and high in level, there's very little I can. And finally, 3 for 3. This guy was playing pretty much the Blackwing structure deck. Pretty much 3 copies of the Blackwing structure deck, and then a few staples like Raigeki, Monster Reborn, Allure, stuff like that. But this isn't a particularly bad deck. He just, I would imagine he probably just bricked. Alright, so let's open up another master pack. Hopefully we get something cool. Hopefully, let's see, something usable to strengthen our deck like usual. Amazing Pendulum, Construction Train, Signal Red. This isn't that bad, but a little late in the show to be playing that Exosister card. Yeah, it's an Exosister card. Can't really do much with that. Already have that, already have that, already have that, already have that. Breaker, the Magical Warrior. That is definitely worth considering. Wow, okay. That's a decent normal summon. I mean, that's a decent... It's a 1900 normal. Remove a spell counter, pop a spawn trap card. That definitely would have been 100% used in our spell trap card deck. In our spellcaster. This is definitely not a bad card. I would even argue probably a pretty decent card. Like, this is... Wow, okay. This is a card that 100% should be in the Legacy pack. I don't even know why this is here. Why this is here, I don't know. Yeah, but this is actually a pretty decent card, if I'm going to be honest with you. Is this generic? Nope, a Dragoonity Tuner. But, yeah, this card's not bad. This isn't bad. Maybe we go back to the Spellcaster deck. We're kind of stuck a little bit in Platinum 3 right now. We've gotten, like, within one game, multiple times. The highest we've ever gotten is Platinum 2 anyway. So it's not like we're that far off from there, because we've been there before, and we're one different draw from getting into Platinum 2 anyway, so it's not like it matters. I don't know if we have to change decks. This is probably the best deck we've ever played anyway. But Breaker the Magical Warrior is a really good draw for our Spellcaster deck, which I haven't used in a while. And the reason I haven't used the Spell... What is related to this? Oh yeah, all of the cards that put spell counters on things. Yeah, the reason I haven't used the Spellcaster deck in a while is because I'm waiting to pull more of those other cards. The familiar possessed little monsters that special summon themselves when you control a spellcaster. I've been dying to pull more of those. I just haven't. I've just been pulling mad repeats of like this stuff, unfortunately. Alright, so we just won the coin flip. Triple Tactics is like starting to become one of those cards where it's like I know it's a good card, but it doesn't matter if I know it's a good card because we never draw it in the right situation. Yeah, it's just like if they have a hand trap, we don't like it. It's a terrible situation. Like it's been a dead card so many times, It's been a dead card more than it's been a useful card, which is a little frustrating. No! Oof. Oh, thank God. Okay. Yeah, I think we just pass. It's like literally it's been dead more than it's been good, which is it's getting there. These are these two are just the dead card combo right here. Triple Tactics, Time Thief, Retrograde. But again, if this was a monster, a free level 4 special summon, it would have made this good. But unfortunately, our opponent... Ugh, not this deck. Alright, let's see. If this card's normal summon, you can send 2 face-up cards, special summon 1 Snake Eye. Okay, let's put Chaining on, see if he activates this. They're gonna send 1 other fire card. Alright, I guess there's nothing we can do about that. That's fine. At least we have the Cosmic for the field spell. Oh, man. Of course we brick against this dumbass deck. Snake Eye Ash. So they're going to activate this. I am definitely going to Fiendish Chain. And lock this dude up. So I don't want him doing anything else. That'll prevent him from getting to the other Snake Eye monster. Plus he can't attack. So if he's like, oh, I'll go to battle. Can't. Sorry. He's going to link it away. Make a Link Karibo. Yep. We've all seen this before. And they're going to battle phase. I can't believe a Link Karibo is actually attacking over something for once. Forbidden Droplets literally wouldn't even save me. Because unfortunately, I would just make him 150, which is still more attack than we have. So, much as that sucks, it's the reality here. Yeah, it sucks. We just didn't draw a monster. Now we draw a monster. And this one can attack if we control... It can't attack if we control no other monsters, but since we control just it, we actually can attack. So we'll go ahead and attack now. He's going to make us 0. Unfortunately, this is not... This is only during the main phase, so... It's pointless. Redeclare, no point. No. Main phase 2. Retrograde's still dead. I think we just pass. I think we just pass. At least we have a Fiendish Chain that's just kind of sitting here. So if they summon like a monster of some kind, we do have the Forbidden Droplets to do something with. So that's not bad. Okay, they're going to Snake Eye Ash, put that back. I could have actually Cosmic Cyclone this to prevent this graveyard effect, but I actually don't regret not doing that because, number one, it wouldn't have negated it, but also I can just... Oh, Ponyx. More importantly, we can... I was saving it for the field spell, but I didn't know he was going to go with the pure route. Alright, so he's going to do this out of Fire King. Honestly, again, I just think it'd be a good idea to use the droplets. We just send the Fiendish Chain because I don't want him to get into this engine. So we'll activate, and then we'll hopefully go for this. He's going to Link Karibo to dodge. I could have sent the monster, but what are you going to do, right? So he's going to Forbidden Droplets. He's going to dodge our card. So instead, we're going to be Forbidden Droplets on Link Karibo. These stupid ass dead cards, man. These stupid ass dead cards. Place 1 Fire King Island. Yeah, I'm just going to Cosmic Cyclone this before that actually happens. Because then he just goes +1, and then I was going to save it for the Fire King Island, but obviously I would rather get rid of this because this can protect the Fire King Island from destruction. So yeah, I'll just go for that. We needed a monster. We really need a monster to make our cards usable. And that is a monster. Wonderful. Okay, so we'll go special normal summon this. Now we'll go into Time Thief. Now Time Thief becomes extra usable. So we'll go into this. Unfortunately, Link Karibo is Link Karibo, so he's still gonna dodge attacks here. That kind of sucks. But now we have a monster. Now we have Time Thief Retrograde to do stuff. He can just activate this. But I have to threaten it, obviously, because... nope. Nope. Main phase 2. Retrograde. Again, this stupid-ass dead card. It's still dead. That's the insane part, is that Triple Tactics is still... We're how many duel? 3 turns? 3 turns of our turn into this duel, and this card's still been dead. And this is a meta deck. It's not like we're playing against some like shit deck that doesn't sci-frame. Our 1 interruption is officially gone. Yeah, this duel's over. Ash. I can't do anything about that. Damn. That sucks. That sucks. Like, there's nothing I can do about that. He had hand traps, but I didn't have cards that did anything, so... Not the hand traps that hurt us. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about this. He's going to go Psy-Frame, and we're going to play this game. We have dead card and a dead card. There's nothing... This duel's over. Alright. We just won the coin flip. This hand's pretty solid, actually. We're going to just go Shathana first. Hopefully they don't have anything, but okay, there we go. Shathana into the Endymion. We're going to activate Endymion. Obviously, we're going to do this whole effect itself. Draw something. You know, search, draw. You've seen this before a million times, so we're going to do this real quick. Grab another one of him. And then we will activate the other effect. Now, the important part of this effect is, what do you draw? That's the important part. Condemned Witch, a little too late, but I think I'm going to put back the Endymion probably. Actually, funny enough, we might even put back the Condemned Witch. I wish we had Condemned Witch at full power. We could summon the Light Barrier statue, but still we cannot. Honestly, it's usually between these two. But I think that I actually, in this case, put back Condemned Witch and keep the Majesty. Because on the follow-up, he might be a lot of attack. And we have a Light and Graveyard now to summon Magnamut if we want to. Actually, I think that's smart. So, I think we summon out this dude. Summon him here. And then we'll go... But Magnamut might be good on his turn, too. I think we just save it. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. I think we just save it. So we'll set. It's just, if he's playing Dark Magician, I'd be a moron to waste Magnamut right now. So I think we'll just save the Magnamut for later, because I could have Magnamutted, summon the Magnamut, and then search Tiamatton and had an extra pop on his turn. But I'll be honest with you, right now, I think if there's so many like random light and dark decks, I think we should just use Bestial Magnamut the way it's intended to be used, rather than some unintelligent way. So we'll activate Time Thief Redoer and hopefully get something useful. It's a Kashtira Fenrir. It's limited to 1, so at least he won't be using that against us now. I was wrong about Bestial Magnamut. I should have kept. How do they always have you? Did I say that earlier? Didn't I say that earlier? Every duel we've ever watched with this deck, they've always started with Kashtira Unicorn. Okay, so here's what we do, right? Here's what we do. We activate the Torrential Tribute on summon. Our opponent can do something, but what we're going to do is we're going to chain Time Thief Redoer. And now if he has an Ash, it sucks for us, but what can you do, right? I mean, listen, what can you do? So we're going to chain that. They're not going to do anything. So chain link 2, we banish our monster. We didn't have anything anyway, so we'll just detach. And then we'll destroy this before he can search, and then banish a card from our extra deck. So we'll do this now. We can't summon... Damn it. That's not happening, because we've got the... Actually, I don't really care. Because I have a Bestial Magnamut. Bro, I don't care. Go ahead. Yeah, this is why I saved it. By all means. By all means. Yep, that's not staying there. Activate it. I dare you. That's not staying there. I almost did some dumb shit. I almost activated Forbidden Chalice. Why would I activate that? Yeah, we're going to Bestial Magnamut. Hopefully they don't have a response to this. Hopefully. They don't. Look at that. Look at this. Banish that. Special summon this out. All lined up for you-know-who. Beautifully lined up for our good friend Tiamatton. He still has a response. What is his response to this? He's going to set a card, which is going to get this chaining on, because that's getting destroyed by Tiamatton. End phase, that's fine. End phase. Okay, so now a few different things happen, right? So we return Time Thief Redoer here. And then we'll also chaining on. We'll activate Magnamut. Search Tiamatron. We'll probably activate Tiamatron to destroy this right here. Just in case it's some BS. I don't know what it could be, but it's, you never know what it's going to be. So we might as well activate it, destroy, and the next turn we'll have more freedom to do different things. So we'll pop this column here. So we'll summon this right here, pop this column, make it unusable for our opponent. It could be a tier limit card that searches, but it also could be a tier limit negate. So, okay, what's this one? Yeah, target one monster, put it face down. So this is destroyed, but if it's sent to the graveyard, they get to target a tier limit graveyard, add it. But I banished it, so he can't do it. Look at that. Okay, how do we win this duel? And that's how we win. Great answer. Great answer. That was a great duel. That was the usual nonsense we faced against, but we actually had the responses. That was everything. The Cashier Unicorn first, everything, but we actually had the answers. 4 legacy tickets, well deserved. Alright, this is what our opponent's playing. 50 card deck. Somehow, someway, they always start with Unicorn. Can somebody explain that? I don't know. But yeah, we actually managed to win against this deck. Okay, well, I'm fine with that. I'm happy. Alright, let's open up this master pack. Hopefully, it's something incredible, usable, that's not a repeat, something good. Even if it's a common. This card's not terrible, right? You can banish one monster. This card gains 300. I think we used to use it at one point, but it got power crept. Junk Barrage, Sunvine, can't do anything with that. Fire Formation card, right? That's a Fire Formation card, basically, yeah. P-Trooper, another Insect Support card. We pull a lot of Insect Support cards, but not enough to do anything with. Just like, we probably have like 12 really good insects, but like it's not even. I'm capping. It's probably like, we probably have like 8 really good insects. Another Bujin, 2 in an episode. Like I said, we pull them every time, and then you look at the total amount, it's like 8. Our first holo is Soul Binding Gate. I almost thought it was going to be a super fancy looking card. Let's see what this does. Alright, so this card is really not that good at all. I have no idea. Like, if it was just this right here, I'd probably consider playing this card. But this card requires you to have no monsters on the field, and a set spawn trap card you control must have been destroyed by card effect this turn. What deck is this even intended for? Like, what? And then, actually, I wouldn't play this because you need a Z1 in your graveyard to even have this effect be usable. So this is like I've never seen a card require so much setup and do so little in my life. In my life, I've never seen it. You need to have no monsters. Your spawn trap card, set spawn trap card, has to be destroyed by a card effect. You have to have a Z1 in the graveyard. And if you do all of that, if a person summons exactly one monster that has less attack than your life points, then you can destroy it and inflict 800 to your opponent and inflict 800 to yourself. How is that worth that payoff? Why is this a super rare? When did this card come out? What the hell is Z1? I don't even know what Z1 is. This set card is destroyed and sent to grave. Target one continuous spell or trap or field, or continuous spell or field spell in your grave or add it to your hand. So I've never seen so much setup on a card and so little payoff. I've never. That card is just not great. Unchained Soul of Yama is a great card. I actually just pulled this. Royal Rare on my main account, which is crazy that I pulled it on here. In general, that's actually a decent card. We do have some Unchained stuff, but again, not enough to like build an entire deck out of. I'm gonna look at it afterwards. We pulled a lot of Bujins. We pulled more and more Insect Support every episode, but not enough to play. And then Unchained Soul of Yama is just a great card, but it's not like, oh, it's generic. No, it's Fiends, and we don't play Fiends, so there's not much we can do there. But we'll check all this stuff out momentarily. Okay, let's open up these legacy tickets. We've got 12 legacy tickets. Pretty decent for an episode. It's got a UR. Believe it or not, the SRs in the legacy ticket, I've looked at all of them now. The SRs are actually better than the URs. Another insect, changed the defense, negate continuous traps. That's actually good against us. Spirit of the Books, not really that great of a card. Yeah, believe it or not, the supers are better than the ultras. So that's what I would rather pull. Armed Ninja. This card's old and ass. Can't really do much with that. What in the world is this? Pig Iron versus Pen Peg. What is going on here? Alright. This card is just not good. Like, it's just not good. It is seriously... This card is just not good. I can't even imagine. Like, this is such a bad card. And what's scary about this is actually a fairly new card. I don't think this card should even be a common. That's how bad it is. This card is terrible. This is one of those cards that's like pack filler. It never comes up. It never gets bought out. It's pack filler from the day it comes out to the day it never becomes not pack filler. Like, I don't ever see this card being usable. It is so specific, has a stupid cost. Nothing about this card is good. Why is it a UR? I have no idea. I swear to you, the legacy tickets, I swear to you, the super rares really are better than the URs. When you see it glow at like the rainbow glow, you actually don't want it to be that, because they really do suck. Seed of Flame is a decent, it's actually a decent plant card, but we don't have enough plant stuff to really do anything with. Battle Scarred, an Archfiend support card, can't do nothing with that. At this point, we have like the Archfiend, Archbishop Queen, but I mean, we're not using that. Scrum Force. Okay, it protects our defense monsters from card effects. And cannot be destroyed. Yeah, can't target them with card effects, can't destroy, whatever, it doesn't matter. This card's really expensive in real life, but not good. But it's cool that we got it. It's a decent looking card. I've never actually seen it up close. I've never like taken a solid look at it. It looks kind of weird. Curse of the Mass Beast, Coach Goblin as a union monster, or yeah, actually no, it's not a union monster. You can return a normal monster, bottom of the deck, draw a card. I don't see myself using that. Not even in the normal deck. It's just it's not even really a -1, but it requires the monster to be on board already. Ancient Dragon. You can increase this level by 1. Oh, look, that pig card from a couple we can actually works against this. That's not good. This is maybe decent. You could tribute a dark and then inflict 800, but we already have that. We were considering that in the spellcaster deck, but we quickly cut it because there's just better cards to play. We already have that. Don't use that. Ozu, yeah, we don't use that either. I mean, I guess it could be used as a pendulum scale, but that's about it. Those cards aren't too great. We've got Half or Nothing, which is, let's see what this does. Okay, so they can either end the battle phase or half the attack of everything. This is like not that great. This is Ib, the World Chalice. Priestess is actually a great card. It is honestly a great card. We can use it in our normal monster deck, so that will probably be going in there. This is actually a pretty decent card. Funny enough, we're actually dying to pull these for our normal monster deck. We actually pulled this earlier today. We have 2 of this. I don't think we've pulled any of this. We have this. We haven't pulled this. We pulled this. We haven't pulled this. I would be using it if we pulled this. And we haven't pulled any of these, and they're all commons, and we haven't pulled them. They come in the starter deck or structure deck, but in the starter deck. Yeah, they come in the starter deck. We still haven't pulled these. It's actually kind of crazy that we haven't pulled these, because they're very good. They're very usable for the normal monster deck, because you can get a lot of recursion out of the World Chalice cards. But yeah, this definitely goes in the normal monster deck. It's a great card. Let's see what else we get here. That's what I'm talking about. The super rares in this are legitimately better. Like Flying Red Carp. Discard a water monster. This game gains 500. Okay, so this has to destroy an opponent's monster by battle. Tribute this card. Special summon a fish, sea serpent, aqua monster from your deck or hand. And that, there's no like restriction on that. The only restriction is this dude is 500 attack and he has to destroy a monster by battle. Meanwhile, we're playing against Kashtira. Who is he destroying with this stupid looking face? Insect. This gives a monster piercing if you use it as an Xseed material. That's not that great when you're. Yeah, it's piercing, but it's level 3 anyway, so it doesn't matter. Fiend's Hand Mirror. So you can redirect the spell or trap to another one. That's not terrible. Let's see what this. It's a super, so it's decent. Legendary Secret of the Six Samurai. Okay, this card's not bad. It's a free special summon for 6 Samurais. It's actually. It's not bad. It's not, like I said, I really legitimately think the super rares are honestly better. We're gonna evaluate that momentarily, but I swear to you, the ultras in this set actually do suck. They're like the most niche cards you've ever heard of. Jar Robber, can't use that. Grim Reaper, cool, but not usable. Yeah, if your opponent activates Pot of Greed, yep, they're gonna activate it soon, any minute now. That's going in the deck immediately. Masked Chopper. Inflict 200 to your opponent. If it destroys an opponent's monster by battle, inflict 2,000 to your opponent. 100 attack. 100 attack. Final Psychic Ogre. Cool name. This card destroys an opponent's monster by battle. You could pay 800 life points, select one psychic monster in graveyard, add it to your hand. Honestly, not terrible, all things considered. So, It's better than some of the other cards we've pulled. So that's going to be the last pull of the episode. But we've got to discuss some other stuff here. Let's check out this thing, because this is, I've been saying this forever. Like, you look at the URs, like, which URs are actually good? B-Code, maybe. He's decent. Galaxy, he's good in a lot of decks, but not really for us anyway. But he's a decent card, so I can't say he's bad. The rest of this stuff, you can just scroll over, because none of it's really useful. Cicada King's good, but only in insect decks. Stealth Kraken's good, but you got to build a deck around it, and it's not generic. It's 2 level 4 water monsters. So, out of all of those Xyz monsters, the only one that's really used is 3. And then if you scroll down furthermore, like, these are, like, none of them are really generically good. Maybe Penguin Brave, because we do have the other Penguin now. Maybe Penguin Brave. Out of all of the URs here, are any of them usable? I mean, this is, like, impossible to summon. This is maybe decent, but, like, for the most part, no. Vanity's Ruler's actually a UR that I would like to pull, maybe. Let's see, Desperado. This is actually, Immortal Phoenix is a decent one. I can't really complain about that one. But, like, for the most part, card destruction most of the time will give your opponent more advantage than you. One Day of Peace will give your opponent more advantage than you. This card's decent, but again, it's like, it gives you targeting protection and stuff. It's good for combo decks, but not in here. It's not going to be usable. And then there's all of these, like, bulk filler cards that just exist. Like, they put their commons in OCG, TCG everywhere, and then they come in here and they're like URs for no reason. Same thing with all these traps. Every one of these traps, if you pull a trap out of the legacy ticket, you might as well say it's bad now. But yeah, like I said, that I can't believe there's a pack where the URs are actually worse than the SRs. It almost doesn't make sense. It's actually kind of, if you see a UR glow, you should be dissatisfied. Okay, so let's wrap up this episode by looking at some stuff that we've pulled, because you guys always ask for updates on random stuff. So Bujin cards, we pulled 3 this episode, or 2 maybe. Let's see, related cards. These are the Bujins that we have. We have a lot. Yeah, we have a lot. How many Bujins do we have? A decent amount, right? We don't have any of the Xyz, but we have a decent amount of Bujin cards. Until we pull Xyz, we can't really use them, but we have some of the good ones even. We have some of the SRs. 2 SRs. We have this one right here, and we have this one. So overall, not too bad. And we have this one. Jeez, we have a lot. And they're all level 4s, but they don't work the best together. So we have those. And then what else did we pull? We pulled insects, but I already looked at that like a couple episodes ago, so just add that. And then I think we pulled something else. Oh yeah, Unchained. Let's see how many Unchained cards we have. So we have 2 Aruha, 1 Rakea, 1 Sarama, and then 2 Abomination Prison, 1 Wailing, and 1 Abominable Chamber of the Unchained. I mean, it's just not enough to play. It really isn't. We don't have the new ones, which are the good ones. We don't have these 2, which are really good. This is kind of breaky and it's been cut, so we don't really need it. We don't have the boss monster, the main deck boss monster, and we don't have any other good link. I mean, we do have the good link, but we don't have any of the, like, other good links. Out of all the Unchained cards, the one that you want to pull the most is probably this. This is just a good generic boss monster. It's just good. It pops like 3 cards a turn if you can get it going right, but that card's really good. Yeah, I don't think we have enough to really play that. I think we're sticking to what we have, unless you guys have better ideas than I do. We're pretty sure we're sticking to what we have. La 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 la.